So, which is better, Ahrefs or Semrush? Well, I think it really depends on what you're trying to do. I'll kind of break it down in the video for you here today, but I find that they each kind of have their own benefits. Semrush is great for marketing in general. There's going to be all sorts of different tools that you can find in Semrush that you just won't find in Ahrefs. What I find is Ahrefs tends to be more focused on SEO specifically. You can see just by what's in their navigation menu here that it's backlinks, competitors, organic traffic. There is a little bit of a paid search section here, and then it goes basically right back into SEO stuff. And pretty much everything up here too is all SEO related. Now, it's not all SEO. There's different stuff that this platform can do. But that being said, they are kind of like the oldest, or I wouldn't say the oldest, but one of the original SEO softwares that you would use, back in the day, like when we first started doing marketing and stuff, to figure out, what's going on with your SEO and your competitors' SEO. Over the years, it's kind of grown and morphed, and so has Semrush, because Semrush sort of started down the same path, but started to realize that there was more available in the market here, like, PR, for instance. They started partnering. They have like this whole app center where you can integrate with different things, like, CallRail, for instance. The advertising, they do social media content, local. This is something that's not as prominent in Ahrefs. So if you really care about your Google business profile rankings and all that, then this tool can be really beneficial. And so ultimately, it just depends on what you're looking to achieve. If you want tons of data, more in-depth data, and the ability to use a whole selection of marketing tools, then Semrush is probably going to be the way to go. Either way, I'll leave a link down below where you can get signed up for a free trial of Semrush and test out all of the paid features and everything before you actually spend a dime on the platform. So that's kind of nice. Unfortunately, Ahrefs does not offer any sort of a free trial, so there's not really a way to test the tool before buying it. You could just basically sign up for the bare minimum package and test it out. That's essentially the only way to try it. So that's kind of my take from a 500-foot view on which tool is better for a given use case. But either way, I hope you found this helpful. If there's anything you did have questions about, don't hesitate to reach out. Just drop your questions in the comment section down below, and I'm sure to get back to them there.
If you're like most new business owners, you're probably struggling to get your online presence established, let alone get it to the point where it's bringing you a consistent flow of customers, right? So that's why I created this free course where I actually walk you step by step through the whole process of setting up your online presence. This is the same process we've been using for our clients for over a decade at one of my agencies. And essentially, I'm going to show you how to set up an SEO-friendly business name right from the get-go, how to develop your website really quickly and easily, how to set up your Google Maps listing, start getting some Google reviews, everything you need in order to have a substantial online presence where people can actually start finding you and purchasing your products or services. The best part is I'm going to show you how to do it in under a couple of hours, and all for less than $50. If you're interested, I'll leave a link below where you can get signed up today. Make sure to check this course out for free right now, because I'm probably going to start charging for this at some point in the future. All right, I'll see you on the other side.